under the impression of this price. We had a loan estimate for this price. We're ready to close on this home. So do you guys really want to lose a deal in the 11th hour? Turns out that they ended up paying our clients, stroking our clients a check at the closing table.
All right, all right. Welcome back to More FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars. It's the Knockout King. What's up, Chris?
Man, I'm doing great, brother. Guys, we are doing a closing video. Want to make it clear to you, our clients that bought this home, it cost them absolutely nothing to buy this home, level 2 conservation lot.
Hold on real quick. Deal was so good, they got paid?
The deal was so good, they got paid money.
That's better than us. You know, we buy our personal homes, and you can use some of the commission and all that stuff. Deal was so good, they got paid from it. Take them home, man. Talk to us. What's going on?
Man, one of our families reached out to us, and they were consistent watchers. One of the funny moments that we had when we first connected with this family was that they told us that their daughter is tired of them always watching our videos. So she came home one day and she seen her parents watching one of our videos, and she's like, "Them again?"
That's good, man. They're learning, so they have a plethora of knowledge at least before they reached out to us, right?
Yeah, for sure. But you know what? At the end of it all, their daughter was happy, so I think she's a fan as well. But,
so talk to us. Where are they from? What were they looking for? And then how the heck? The biggest question, right? Deal was so good, they got paid. Like, how the heck did they get paid? Talk to them.
Yeah, our family was looking to settle down in Florida. They were considering other states, but they decided Florida was the home. They decided we were the team they wanted to work with. We connected with them, and having access to everything that they wanted to have a healthy blend of like having access to things to do, but also being kind of like outside of all the hustle and bustle. So we found a community that fit all their needs, but a conservation home site was of importance if it was possible. And we were able to find a unique home that met all those needs. And once we decided that this is the home that we wanted to attack, we got together, we huddled up, and we applied our captain method, and we strategized on how to negotiate with the builder. And on the day that we strategized to negotiate with the builder, the marketing team for the builder dropped the price substantially on the home. And it was like they dropped it to a price that was significantly lower to the target price we had. So I presented it to our buyers. Our buyers looked at me and they're like, well, let's go ahead and negotiate even more.
Right.
So
it's like going into it's like going into Walmart and they put the wrong price tag on an item that it's not supposed to be on, but you're like, bro, we're going to take this to the front still. Let's go see if they're going to give it to us.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we went ahead and applied our cap method. We negotiated with the sales reps, and we were able to get it to where we increased the closing cost. So that way our clients were going to this home at no cost to them. They were VA buyers and they had the option to put some money down and receive that back. And we negotiated, we increased the closing costs. We got a 4.99 interest rate, and man, it was done. And
so question for you real quick. Okay. So marketing team drops the ball. Do they drop the ball as you're going into making the offer? Are you guys under contract and you realize that the price was marked off? Like explain all that.
Yeah, no. So right before we entered into negotiating, we weren't under contract yet. Our buyers seen the home at a certain price. The day before, they dropped the price substantially.
Mm-hmm.
So our client was saying, hey, how can we strategize to negotiate on the price? And we put together a plan. And when I went online to look at the home, they dropped it substantially. So I showed our buyer that, and she was like, well, let's get on it.
Yeah.
We like the home. So we started negotiating with the sales rep, but turns out the marketing team didn't tell the lender that they did that substantial price drop. And they didn't tell the sales rep that they did that substantial price drop.
So marketing team and the builder, like the whole kind of sales rep and lender, are not on the same page. They both think two different prices pretty much.
Yep.
And you want that marketing price.
Yeah. So that is the mindset that our buyers had and I had as well. So we even got a loan estimate from the lending department, from the lender, at the marketing price. And there was none of them were on the same page, because right when we were prepared to go into contract after we had negotiated more closing costs, the contract we received was at the significantly higher price.
Sure.
So something's got to give, because they were all confused, like all three different departments, and our sales rep had to figure it out. Like, wow, like we messed up.
Yeah.
She came to us like, "Hey, I didn't know that this was a mess up. Like, we can't offer it at that price." And I just told her, I was like, "Look, we're under the impression of this price. We had a loan estimate for this price, and like you guys got to figure it out, because this is not okay."
Yeah.
So I got back together with our buyers, and I told them that those of you that are watching, you're probably online and you're looking at you're probably online home shopping. Some of these builders will significantly lower the price just to get you to go reach out to them, just to get you through the
The
door. And
shiny
then all of a
object.
sudden, yep, they're gonna get you through the door, because right now everyone's focused on school, everyone's focused on the holidays coming up. But all of a sudden, if you see a massive price drop, oh snap! Like, let me go reach out to them and let me go see them. And then you walk through the door, they got you.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, you want incentives? Oh, you want the promotional interest rate? Well, that's gonna cost money, so they're gonna raise the price.
Right.
All of a sudden, like, and that's what happened here. So we originally already had a strategy, and
Hold
we had
on.
a
This is the
target
no-fly
price.
zone. That's not happening with the
Yeah.
Knockout King, right? No, not the Knockout King. This is no-fly
Yeah, it
zone
was.
right here. We're not playing that.
Yeah, but exactly like I said, but like those of you that are watching, like before you go to the builder, get representation, because you want to be prepared. And when we have our clients ready, willing, and able to buy a home, when there are mistakes made, we are going to hold them accountable. We're going to let them know this is not okay. The same thing we did here, and they came back to us and they said, "Look, we made a mistake. We understand you guys are prepared. You guys are already pre-qualified. We don't want you guys to go. So we're going to go ahead and present this option to us." That they presented a significantly lower price, but kind of like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
and I brought it to our buyers, because I told them, "Look, I'm not too sure if our buyers are okay with this." And I huddled back up with our people, and the number that they offered us, with all the incentives, the increased closing costs, the promotional interest rate, it was a number lower than what we were originally targeting when we first got together to talk. So
Love it.
because they made a mistake, we were able to unlock a significantly better deal than we originally anticipated, based off doing previous business in the past with this builder.
Deals so good they got paid. The one thing that I like, right, and just kind of taking people down the avenue of what it's like to home shop with us, right? We want to give you opportunities and different perspectives so you can make a decision. But at the end of the day, it's your decision on like which home you want. One thing that stood out to me that Chris said, we found the home we wanted and then we attacked, right? So opportunity, different perspective, take a look at these options that are out here. When you zero in on the home that you want, that's when we put our strategies into place to, get the most out of the deal for you. So I absolutely love that. Now, a lot of you weren't under contract when they were figuring all of this stuff out, like going back and forth trying to find out that middle price point.
We were not under contract yet, but we were
Okay.
ready to go focus on another opportunity. Although our families really wanted this home,
Sure.
they didn't know that. We just told them, "Hey, we're going to focus on go buy elsewhere if you guys don't make this right."
That
So
boy's sick. That boy is sick. Listen, we talk about having buyer leverage, right? What better
yeah.
way to have leverage than to go to the builder, like fix it or we're going elsewhere. And you're a
Mhm.
willing and able buyer. Like you're ready to go.
Mhm.
Like they want to connect and make a sale happen.
Yeah.
Listen, if you have alternatives, and that's our job is to find you multiple alternatives, a plan A, a plan 1A, a plan 2A. Then we have a little bit of leverage on our hands. So love that, man.
Yeah,
Love,
sure.
love. Now, let me
Yeah.
ask you this, Chris. Without just take yourself out because you're an experienced agent that has seen it all, right? But like, just
Mhm.
let's say this is a first-time home buyer, never purchased before. Could you see a situation where the builder tells the buyers to figure it out, and this is the price, and maybe the buyer didn't have that much leverage?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I could definitely see, like, because a builder will attempt to rectify that wrong, but put it on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you need representation, just to hold like, nah, like that's not okay. Like,
Yeah.
because again, there's two things that you get when working with the More Affiliate Homes team. You get our CAP method that we apply to every single builder, but it's fluid. We've done business with all of these builders, and we have no attachments to them. We can take you to any builder. We can help you buy a resale home. We can tailor our methods to whatever it is that you need.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, our cap method is fluid because we understand every builder, they operate differently, and we've done business with them. We know how they work. So we're going to educate you. Once you zero in on a home, we're going to educate you on how that builder does business from their marketing perspective, from the point you go into contract to the point that you're closing. We have a good understanding of how they work. So our cap method is fluid. And then when you are a ready, willing, and able buyer, and you're serious about buying a home, a builder may be a little bit more incentivized to try to rectify a wrong when a problem arises because they know that you are able to buy this home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
They
what
don't want to
happened
lose a
here. We
deal.
took advantage of it. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. That, and listen, that right there, what what Chris is saying is exactly what we would love for. Like when it comes to negotiating, we're gonna put our capped method into place to make sure we extract as much out of the deal as we can for you. But then when we go to swing that offer, you gotta be ready to make it happen, right? Like we don't want
Yeah.
to structure this offer, get as much of it off of the home when it comes to price, add-ons, terms, all of that good stuff, and then you're not ready to go, right? That's kind of like crying wolf. And we do a lot of business with all of these builders here, right? So, when you're ready, willing, and able in this market right here, they'll take you a little more serious, as you're saying, Chris. Yes.
Absolutely. So now you ready for the fun part?
Okay, let's
Like
get to it.
how our people got paid back money?
Yeah, talk to them.
So right when we were approaching closing, there was the underwriting department, the infamous underwriting department that's going to make things significantly more difficult for you.
I love it.
They was
Hey, at least you're educating though. You're keeping it real with them. Like it's gonna happen.
yeah,
Everybody has to go through it if you're getting a loan.
it's a process, but there was essentially like something that the lender notified our buyers because they asked for stipulations, which is standard usually. When you apply for a mortgage, they're going to ask you for stipulations and stuff like that. Our buyers presented everything immediately. When the lender asked for paperwork, our people got it to them within like not even 30 minutes. They got it to them in like 15 minutes. And
They're
even
militant.
the lender was like, wow, like,
They're militant.
okay.
They're on their stuff. I love it.
So the lender was dealing with the underwriting department. The underwriting department was asking for the same miscellaneous documents that was already presented. So it started becoming a little bit of like when you go into contract, like that's all smooth and dandy, but getting to the closing table is really our priority. We want to make sure that you are satisfied. So the underwriting department, they brought up something else to the lender that the lender wasn't aware of. So all of a sudden there was a requirement to bring a little bit more money to the closing table. I got with that. They notified our buyer. Our buyer notified me. I got with the preferred sales rep that we worked with for this deal, and she went straight to management because she already knew. Like for us, we're like, hey, like we're ready to close on this home. So, like, do you guys really want to lose the deal in the 11th hour? And she went to management and she got an interest rate even lower because I said 4.99, but our people actually got a 4.75 rate. They got the news about 2 days before closing, and they took out some fees and so forth. And when they took out some of those fees, turns out that they ended up paying our clients, stroking our clients a check at the closing table and paying them to essentially go into this home at no expense to them because our clients had the option to do so if they wanted to.
Deal so good they got paid from it, man. I love it, man. I'm still a little. I would love to know from everybody out there watching. Like, when do you watch these videos? Do you watch on home on TV? Do you watch in your bed on your phone with your headphones in, where other people can't hear? But the fact that they're just playing it in their house, and the whole family gets to see it, and that right there, I absolutely love that. So, but either way, like having representation is extremely important. We talk about it all the time. It could be your Aunt Susan. Would love for it to be us. Because once again, the builder will run into, so there's just going to be things that's not perfect in the process, right? And once again, these are big fortune. I don't know how big this particular builder's company is, but these are big companies, big corporations, right? The last thing that they're going to do is let the deal fall apart. They have some wiggle room. They have some push. We know how far the knee can bend. We've done it, right? We've sold a lot in this community.
Yeah.
We've sold a lot with this builder. We've sold a lot with a lot of builders, the entire team, right? So when issues do arrive, we know where to push them at. We know how far we can push them on. So it's good to see that they did fix the problem. It's good to see that they had a representative on their side like yourself to help them get through that process right there.
For sure. Absolutely. Shout out to our clients. They were amazing to work with. They were very diligent in regards of what it is that they want to need. They were very familiar with our processes by watching our videos. Shout out to them. We are more than happy to make sure to help them get into this amazing home. And shout out to them, and
Yeah.
shout out to you guys watching. Let us
Welcome
know
to the
where you
VIP
watching
fam.
from. Let us know when you're gonna reach out.
Where'd they
It's
come
never too
from?
early.
Where did they move from?
So they were actually considering Texas, but they were traveling for the last 3 years
Okay, gotcha.
on the road.
Cool.
Yeah, they're
So it was an
traveling for the
old
last
Florida
3 years.
Texas
Yeah.
battle. Can't beat that. Listen, man, you can't beat that level 2 conservation lot, man. That's I know what the price point was too, an amazing price point, and super close to the theme parks as well, people. Super close to the theme parks.
That's right.
So,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I tell you what, if you made it this far, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.